that either. But look, even though I was convinced the reparations was a non-starter during my presidency.
During my presidency, okay, here we go. Okay, now what are you thinking? Now where are we going with this?
I understand the argument of people I respect.
Okay. We know you understand the argument. Okay, what do you feel like now?
Ta-Nehisi Coates, that we should talk about it anyway.
Okay. What is your position, though? Can you tell us what your position is?
If for no other reason than to educate the country about a past that too often isn't taught.
If for no other reason than to educate the past.
And let's face it, we'd rather forget.
Okay, but what's your position now? Any chance we could get that?
It is only deepened. And H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals, is the answer to the original sin.
So this is what you're planning?
And it goes back full circle to everything we've been talking about.
Okay, it goes back full circle to everything we've been talking about. So do you support reparations or not?
The bridge between America as it is and as we mythologize it to be. The only way that you can bring those two things together is to do an honest accounting. And then do the work. I'm not willing, and I know you aren't either, to abandon the ideal because the ideal is worthy.
Mm-hmm. What the hell did he just now say? We're not going to abandon the ideal, but we need to do the hard work of the accounting.
40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals, is the answer to the original sin. It is, in fact...
And it goes back full circle to everything we've been talking about. The bridge between America as it is.
Is this like reparations music in the background? What is this?
And as we mythologize it to be. The only way...
Mythologize it to be. Is that a verb? Okay.
That you can bring those two things together.
He lost his Hillary accent all of a sudden. What happened to that?
Is to do an honest accounting.
As opposed to a bogus accounting. Okay, got that.
And then do the work.
Do the work. Okay, we got that.
I'm not willing, and I know you aren't.
Isn't that an awful lot like slavery, doing the work?
Neither to abandon the ideal because the ideal is worthy. But the ideal, this more perfect union of ours, is far from where the reality has been.
Man, does he get paid by the word? Is that what happens to this?
And so there's some who argue, let's just get rid of the ideal. I think you need a North Star. You need some place to point to.
You need a North Star. You need an ideal. There's some people want to get rid of the ideal, but he doesn't want to get rid of the ideal because you need a North Star. You need an ideal. You need that because you need to do the work. The honest accounting, the hard.
But the ideal, this more perfect union of ours, is far from where the reality has been. And
Bruce is like, what the hell is he talking? Bruce is like, can I get a song out of this?
So there's some who argue, let's just get rid of the.
There's some who argue, it's called your straw man. It's just some
that you can bring those two things together. Is to do an honest accounting and then do the work. I'm not willing, and I know you aren't either, to abandon.
What kind of work is he talking about? You're talking about, like, podcasting? Or are you talking about picking cotton? What's it?
The ideal, because the ideal is worthy. But the ideal, this more perfect union of ours,
I thought the idea was reparations, but
is far from where the reality has been. And so there's some who argue, let's just get rid of the ideal. I think you need.
I think you need that ideal. I wouldn't get rid of that ideal. In fact, I travel my ideal all the time. I got two ideals over here. I got a
North Star.
I got a winter ideal. I got a summer ideal.
I need some place to point to.
I'm completely with you on that.
I'm completely with you on that, Bruce. Bruce is completely with you on that. I'm with you on that. I'm completely with you on that one. Where are we, Bruce?
But what I also think is you can't get to where you want to go if you don't know where you are.
Deep.
the guys says the N-word, you know. It was funny, you know, he had been around. He was a pretty worldly guy, but he disappears. And I go out in the parking lot looking for him because I don't know where these other guys have gone. I don't know where he might have gone. And he was just standing on there.
Oh, my goodness. Can somebody put in a can of paint here and do something? Let me just watch that.
The hood of a car, and he looked at me. I remember I said, Brucey, why did they say that? I play football with those guys every Sunday. Same people. So, why did they say that?
I wish he'd bring back the music. At least we have some music in the background.
And
thank you.
Rather than saying, you know, well, they're I just said, I don't.
You know what, Bruce? I don't even care anymore. I don't care where you're going with the story anymore. I mean, honestly, I just want you to wrap it up. Can you just wrap it up? Born in the USA.